What's up everybody? In this video I just wanted to talk about Aura is a very important thing in Dragon Ball. I mean, we see guys, we can literally see Aura sometimes. We can see it. So in Dragon Ball, Aura is important, and it's important to regulate the Aura and observe how it changes, how it goes from high to low. And in Dragon Ball, just like people passing away all the time, it happens quite often. It fluctuates. So we'll be talking about Aura losses in this video with Dragon Ball characters. First, starting off with probably the most popular one that anyone can think of, and that's Gohan. Gohan has different forms, different versions. Future Gohan, Youth Gohan, when he's a teenager in high school. There's Kid. There's so many different versions of Gohan. When he's first a kid, he doesn't have too much aura until you see that spark with Raditz. Then it's like, oh well, he's got a little something. He's got something building up inside of him. And Gohan definitely shows off all of that power in the Cell Saga, where he's got max aura. This is when Gohan has the most aura in his entire life. You could make an argument for future Gohan, but I'd say that's just a separate Gohan in general. And then after this, his aura stays a little high, but then it kind of drops a tiny bit with the whole Great Saiyaman thing. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but then he fumbles with Boo. And then after that, in Super, he just loses all of it. I mean, look at him. Come on, man. What happened to you, Gohan? What happened to the GOAT? And it's not even just because he loses, because you can lose and still have aura. I think Bardock and Future Gohan show that even if you lose in the most bruh way, you can still have aura. It's just the fact of his attitude, everything around him. Like, come on, Gohan. What's going on here, man? Another character after Gohan, because Gohan does eventually, I'd say, get a fair amount of aura back, especially now. But another character, I'd say,
Frieza.
He goes from, this dude has so much aura, and then he loses some of it, and then he loses a bit more in the Tournament of Power, which is just kind of tough. And then he gains a little bit at the end. And now he's back at max.
Hello, monkeys!
Max aura, just destroying everybody with his new black form. And it's ironic because of how racist he is. He's using the black form. That's just plus 50 aura because it's a bar. Now, Frieza did get his aura back. I will give him that. And Vegeta, yes, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. I'd say he had a lot of aura when he came down to Earth, and his aura always fluctuated. It went from up to low, and to the Namek Saga when it was kind of low again, and then it went up in the Saiyan Saga, or I mean the Cell Saga, and then it went low again. His goes up and down, especially because he gets kind of bodied a lot, sadly, and he did get kind of cucked in the Moral arc, and this guy Vegeta just, oh man, it fluctuates. Honestly, depends what's going on, what he's doing in the arc. Most of the time he's below, though he's don't got too much aura after he gets bodied. But after Vegeta is Yamcha, he also lost a lot of aura, especially from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. I mean, wow. Jeez, I mean, this guy, I mean, he's in a crater. He is a walking aura loss meme, and then he fumbled Bulma. Truly, this guy has so much a loss of aura, it's a meme. He is the aura loss meme himself. And after Yamcha, I'd say Piccolo a bit. Not counting Demon King Piccolo, just Piccolo Jr. and him as he is now in Z. He does fluctuate in aura as well. I think he does keep a steady amount of aura flowing. I mean, he makes sure of that. He keeps it going a little bit, but sometimes it does take a dip, and it's just like, oh, Piccolo, why'd you say that to Boo, man? Now he just did all that. That's definitely a loss of aura. come on, man. And after Piccolo, I'd say Trunks. I mean, Trunks just, wow, the aura loss is insane from Trunks and Z. And he didn't always have max aura in Z. You know, it wasn't just, oh yeah, I sliced up Frieza and King Cold, but
I'm coming!
You know, it wasn't always that. You saw what happened to him against Cell, where he kind of got embarrassed and all that, and with Super Trunks. He got a big head and all that. He wasn't always the top of his game, but he still had a lot of aura, even in the movies that he appeared in. And then came Super, where, in my opinion, Trunks did lose quite a bit of aura, sadly. He wasn't, like, completely lame. You know, he did have some really cool moments, especially in the anime against Zamasu with the sword. I hope that was kind of cool, but for the most part, he did lose a bit of aura. Especially with his fits. I mean, his fit is nowhere near as cool as it was in Z. A lot of his fits, the tank top fit, the ripped jacket fit, he did have the drippiest clothes in Dragon Ball at a point. He dethroned Piccolo. And after Trunks is Beerus. I feel like Beerus had such an intimidating aura at first. He still does. But now it's just like, oh, he's kind of just like a silly cat, man. He's a little silly cat, god of destruction, man. He's silly. Oh, yeah, like, I eat food. Please, give me my food. You know, like, he's definitely kind of, like, not as much aura, I would say, to me at least. He still has quite a bit, but you can definitely see a loss in aura, especially when he's dealing with higher beings and gods above him. That rank higher, he definitely becomes kind of like a pussy, but it's okay. Man, he literally is. He's a pussycat. And after Beerus is Boo. Boo's aura fluctuates. I think Fat Boo at first did have a bit of a different kind of aura. His is a variant almost. And then Super Boo had a cool aura kind of. And then, you know, all of these other Boos had these different auras. And then Kid Boo had like a lot of aura. And then, you know, Boo and Super just kind of does nothing. I mean, wow. Like, what do you even do right now, man? You are here, a good guy, just kind of chilling, doing basically nothing. Training, getting beefed, just to do nothing. Like, oh, okay, Boo. Definitely a bit of a loss of aura to me. And another one is Mercenary Tao. Wow. Come on, man. This dude was the definition of fear at one point. I mean, truly, with his tongue. Yeah! I mean, this guy was terrifying. And now he's a robot. And Tien, just a spawn of him, basically, just, you know, linked to Tao. I mean, you got the scar from him and everything. I feel like even though Tien doesn't do much, he did lose a bit of aura, especially with physique-wise. I mean, wow. What happened to your shoulders, bro? You used to be him in terms of physique. Tien is still cool to me. Even in the Boo Saga where he tries, he is still cool to me. Tien is a W. He always tries his hardest, and he's always training. Even though he's not like, oh, what did he do in the Tournament of Power, bro? Like, he took him out with him. And everyone could go, like, you know, good job, Tien. You lasted, like, what, fucking 5 minutes, man. Good job. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, that's really lame. Another character, I'd say, that has a loss of aura, kind of in a way, is Broly. Comparing Super Broly to Z Broly, they're definitely different characters, but if you compare them still, like, at least in the first movie, Broly has a lot of aura, even though his backstory is really dumb and stinky. He is, like, oh my god, this guy is crazy. Like, this man is what I truly think of when it comes to a legendary Super Saiyan. The legendary Super Saiyan! You know, Broly definitely is him. And then in the second movie, he's just kind of screaming and he's kind of getting pee-peed on. Like, Broly, what are you doing, man? And then Bio Broly, oh god, don't talk about Bio Broly. And then he comes back in this new version of himself, which he's not a bad guy anymore, but I think the aura that the original Z Broly in the first movie was just different than Super Broly. Super Broly's still like, oh my god, this guy's running at me. You know, this dude looks scary and just his aura is insane. But Z Broly's aura, I mean, wow. Jeez, he's picking you up with one arm. come on now. This guy is insane. You want to go back to your planet? Like, he had a different kind of aura. And another character I feel like, we'll end off this on a high note, which a character I think gained a lot of aura over time, is Roshi. Roshi was just a master, and he did have cool moments like with the moon and all that, and Jackie Chan, but in the Tournament of Power, this guy Roshi goes crazy. I think he was really cool in the Tournament of Power. He gained a lot of aura. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this aura analyzing video, because again, if you haven't seen that other aura video, check that out with the YouTubers. Sorry for that plug, but that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this goofy aura video. Peace.